All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream, leg 7 of our Route 66 tour. Today we are leaving Oklahoma City, Will Rogers World Airport, and heading to Rick Husband Amarillo International. So Oklahoma City to Texas, or Oklahoma to Texas. About an hour 12 flight. We're going to take off. Once I start up the aircraft, we're going to taxi over runway 17 right, and we're gonna hang a right turn and head for our Vortac right there. Bravo Foxtrot Victor, and then we're gonna cruise on across over to Amarillo on runway 22. Probably fly over, kind of loop back around and put it on the ground. I don't think we would do like a downwind left or anything like that, because you got this runway here. We would go over it in our if we did that kind of approach. So we'll just kind of fly over, I think, and then loop back around and then put it on the ground. No fancy approaches today or anything like that. Tomorrow I'll be in the Spitfire over in the UK. Bournemouth, I'm not sure where we'll head yet. I gotta look at it and come up with some kind of an idea of where we're gonna go. Practice starting up the Spitfire yesterday for a little bit. Took a few tries, but finally got it kicked over and yeah. So that was good. And then Saturday we'll do the C-47 flight from Bournemouth over into Normandy. Don't think that's going to take too long to do, but we'll get that knocked out just so we can get a flight done in one of the new planes. And then that'll wrap it up for the week. So we'll wait a little bit. Good morning, Joseph. We'll change everything here. As a matter of fact, there's not much to the flight plan today. The route's in the Nightbot already. If anybody wants to know what we're doing, let me change the weather here to clear skies, so we have clear skies for our flight. There we go. We'll change the time once we're on the ground, and all that, and then we'll shouldn't take very long to do today. Matter of fact, I think we'll probably get there before an hour 12. We might make it in an hour, so we'll see how we do. Yeah, we'll give it a minute or so, and then we'll get ready to go here. It doesn't take long to start the plane up either. We'll get that done. And so yeah, we're almost set to go. Get this week over with. Get things wrapped up. All right. Okay, thank you, Joseph. That's fine. I don't know why you had to tell me that, but okay, it's fine. That's Bella's got to do what Bella's got to do. It's perfectly fine. All right. All right. Let's give it another minute or so, and I don't expect anybody's. Yeah, let's just go in here and get everything started up. I gotta get the time adjusted. And that's fine. I don't think anybody's flying with me today, which is fine. I do have a cool livery for. I got this last night because it was only like $5 in the marketplace. I think it's DC Scenery. They did the liveries for this. I think it wasn't Four Simmers. It was DC Scenery. Morning, Mick. Let's get some time here. Ooh. That's fine. We don't want them talking to ATC just yet. That. Get all of our lights on here. Why does it seem like the fuel pump is still on? All right, let's do this here. Go back. There we go. All right, and let me tune into. Oh, nice, Mick. No worries if I know sometimes you can't make it, or you got dad duties to attend to. All right, there's that. That's perfectly fine. I'm sure Addies would have been fussing. Where's Mick at? Where's everybody else? Oh, check this out. Here, let me get a little bit closer. Addies forgets that people have other. Look at that. What do you think? Proper British, huh? Jaguar. Matter of fact, let's get a shot here. We'll get ready to taxi. Alright, now we can let...
Rogers ground Beechcraft November 311 Papa Golf requesting pushback.
Rogers ground Beechcraft November 311.
I could have told you that.
Rogers ground Beechcraft November 311 Papa Golf request taxi for south departure Whiskey.
Wait. Runway 31? That's not what I... should have been 17 right. Alright, well, they just made a liar out of me. Going to runway 31 apparently. Jesus. Well, a bit of a change of plans, I guess. I was gonna say, because runway 17 right is just right up the street there. Manner of speaking. That was good. Some good Minecraft last night there, Mick. I know that farmhouse wasn't easy because even with pictures, it's not. You know, you won't have the exact angles and all that, but. Yeah, look good. It's like deja vu all over again. Yeah, I know, man. All right, runway. We're almost to runway 31. We'll go up here and hang a left, I believe. And the end of our runway should be right down there. Yeah, still pretty decent sized runway. Apart from. Yeah. But I couldn't. Part of me really wants to download. Three ones down. So yeah, we should turn up here somewhere. Oh Joseph. I don't understand it. Well, nope. I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. That's good for you. I'm not gonna. I'm not in the mood today for it. Honestly. Anyways. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to dial in some altitude before we get in the air. Huh? Corrector. Vertical speed. No, no, I'm not Joseph. Nope, I have to hold to my New Year's resolution. Nope. Good, good that if you're getting another game, happy for you. So that's all I'm gonna say. Nope. I have to work at my resolutions. I promised my therapist I would. Ooh, look at those sunspots there. That is. Oh, we got to get a picture of that. Hold on a second. That's nice. I like that. Oh. Okay, thanks, Mick. Because I think you already know what I was going to say, but anyways, have to. Come on, plane. Yeah, we should already be. Nope. See, we was even at the wrong altimeter. That's interesting.
Rogers Tower, Beechcraft, November. Tree 11, Papa Golf, at runway. Tree 1 ready for departure, south departure. Cleared for takeoff, runway. Tree 1, Beechcraft, 1 Papa Golf.
All right, here we go. All right, so once we're in the air, I'm gonna hang it 260. All right, let's go ahead and get going here. That might be the $1,000,000 question, Mick. And away we go.
Rogers Tower, Beechcraft, November. Tree 11, Papa Golf. Continue for south departure.
And away we go. I know, Mick, but it's, yeah.
Rogers Tower, Beechcraft, November, 311 Papa Golf frequency change. Rogers approach Beechcraft, November, 311 Papa Golf, inside Beechcraft, G36 5 miles northwest of Rogers, 3,300 feet. Request clearance, transition Charlie airspace. Squawk 6661 Beechcraft, 1 Papa Golf. Clearance to Charlie airspace, Beechcraft, 1 Papa Golf.
No, just saying it. Hey, Sergeant Staff. Hardly any flapping involved. Yeah. Yeah, I had a little bit of flap. Took off. Oop. Go ahead and turn my lights off. There they are. All right. Yeah, I had a little bit of flap, but not too much. How are you, Sergeant Staff? Nice to see you on this Thursday morning, the last Thursday before the shenanigans commence, as I like to call it. Everybody's chomping at the bit for the new content, I think. The malarkey is incoming, yes. It is. The malarkey is incoming. Yeah, I was watching Captain Irish last night, and everybody, I think, is. Some people are, I think most everybody in the community is really jonesing for the DC-3. Few people are really keen on the A310. I think it's the 310. Yeah, A310. The other Airbus that we're getting. At least there's, yeah, the screens are working. Not like yesterday where everything went dark on, just as we were getting ready to take off. So yeah, we got that. A few people. I didn't really think about this until somebody brought it up, but I'm curious about the gliders. Oh, so it's the same company that's releasing the DC-3. They made the Electra. See, it's weird because I've. It's one of those things, like, I hear mixed reviews. Some people like the Electra and not had any issues with it. Other people have had nothing but bad experiences. Yeah, I'm at work, but still okay. Yeah, that's the strange part. Like, I know some people who are like, they think the Electra is the cat's meow. You know, Other people are like, no, it's not. Yeah, it's very strange how that is. I don't quite. I don't know, but yeah, some people are like the glider. Well, the helicopters, of course. Um, you want an airline that handles like a Cessna. Well, I think that's pretty much what you get with the Twin Beach as well. You know, it's kind of like an airliner. You know, maybe not so much long distance, but you know, commuter business sort of airliner uh, sort of thing. You know, corporate. Maybe that was the Twin Beach might have been the corporate jet of its day. You know, that's what it does. Because the interior of it is very posh, so to speak. So I wonder if you know that's what that was. Yeah, but it maybe been more of a business sort of executive sort of plane. That's what it strikes me as. But yeah, but some people are keen about the gliders, which I think would be an interesting challenge in and of itself. And then of course the helicopters. But this, yeah, yeah, they do need to fix the sounds. Like I've heard, you know, like when I compared the sounds of the Twin Beach in the sim compared to what I've heard, even though it was a video, so it's you know I wasn't there, but hearing it on the video and hearing it in the sim, it's like night and day. Um, but yeah, that's something you know, I'm sure there is, well, I don't know where Coronado's based out of. I think it's just one person, but I don't know. So, but I don't know where they're uh, they're based out of. So I think yes, there is Joseph. Yes, the I do like the goose, but there's a. Are you talking about the one from Big Radials, or the one coming tomorrow? The other one that's coming tomorrow, because that one looks pretty amazing. Uh, the one from Big Radials, yeah, the engines are nice, but the what do you call it? There's an issue with the crossfeed. Yeah, like if you have the crossfeed enabled, it kills the left engine or something. I think they're aware of it. I've seen quite a few people talk about it in the in the forum, so I think they're aware of it. Uh, yeah, Spitfire sounds are pretty epic. Yeah, Flying Iron has done a pretty good job with that, and the P-38 and the Hellcat. I think their sounds are pretty amazing. That's yeah. Oh, I thought if it was enabled, see that's the weird part. Like, I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong because I thought if it was, yeah. So if it's, I thought if it was enabled, it killed the. I don't know. I'm confused now. Maybe it's because I'm still working on my coffee. It's still it's not super early for me, but oh my goodness, it's today's is one of them days. I feel discombobulated. I don't know why. Um, yeah, I really would like to get my hands on the Corsair. That was one of my because I watched the Baba Black Sheep because of the Corsair. I fell in love with that plane because of the Corsair, or because of the show. Uh, yeah, the exploits of Happy Boynton and the Black Sheep Squadron. But just a little bit. Yeah, I 6 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to fly the Corsair, but I heard if you think that the Spitfire is a challenge to land, that the Corsair is even way more so than the Spitfire. But yeah, I would love to get that plane. It definitely if and I don't know if it's the Wasm thing that needs to be dealt with in order to bring it to the Xbox, or if it's or what. But last break for the day and only an hour and a half hours late. Ah. Well, and you've done a lot of work on the in your sunken ship in the Great Lakes series. Really, I've really enjoyed that. Between you and Viper Strike, you guys put a lot of work into these streams that you talk about in different places and all that. 6 days for yeah. I don't know if they will or won't. I don't think they will. I think they would rather it be as close to what the PC version is, so that I think that would mean then that it's waiting on the Wasm fix. Um, so yeah, I really it'd be nice to have it. I was surprised when we got the Hellcat. I wasn't expecting that, but see, those are those things that you don't expect, and then they happen, and you're just like, um, you, you're kind of caught off guard because um, you just never know when you're going to get something good like that. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I really have enjoyed it. I've learned, like the whole thing about the Edmund Fitzgerald. I didn't know a lot of that stuff. That's part of that history that a lot of people don't really ever talk about. Kind of like railroad history. All the early railroads. It's a history because now you only have a couple big name railroad companies. You have Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, you have Union Pacific, you have Norfolk Southern, CSX, but they've all bought into smaller railroads, and basically they just disappeared. And it's sad because there's a whole lot of history that's just gone. Uh, you know, the whole history of interurban cars, that got people around uh, back in the day. That was like a big thing, I think. All right, take care, Sergeant Staff. Thanks for stopping by while you're at work. And, I'm not expecting anything major tonight, to be honest. All right. 41 nautical miles to our nav aid, Vortac. Yeah, I'm not expecting much of anything tonight, and then tomorrow, of course, we'll get all the. I'm still perplexed, Mick. I don't know why they're making you guys wait till. I would have thought quite honestly, you would have got it before me, right? I don't quite understand that one. How you how we're how we're getting it before you. I don't get that. Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be the. I think that's the. Oh, speaking of flying, I'm at that episode. Well, I'm at another episode on Ice Pilots Northwest Territories with your favorite heavy metal singer is making his I think his second appearance on the show. Yeah, I agree. Well, they what I think, and this is my observation. In the past, when they've tried to push stuff out, um, at a reasonable time for everybody to start downloading everything, uh, because things don't go perfectly as planned, for lack of a better term. The not just the reasonable, well, or I don't want to say reasonable. The sensible criticisms, right? Where that should be the case, people can express their critiques of the event, for lack of a better term, right? It's not that the sensible stuff has gone out the window into very toxic vitriol aimed at the developers and the publishers and anybody and everybody that they think is associated with Burlington. Oh, is where Edmund Fitz. Oh, okay. Yeah, Bruce Dickinson. Yeah, and I didn't know this. The album, the first full album that he did with Iron Maiden, turns 40 years, 40 years old this year. The Mark of the Beast or something like that. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 40 years since that was his first full gig with Iron Maiden. Number of the Beast. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Mark of the Beast. Number of the Beast. Uh, yeah, 40 years ago. Wow. Like there's a couple, because on Spotify it gives you. Well, see, the funny thing is, our staff, like my brother was more into that music than I was. I was more of the new wave, uh, uh, era of music. 74. Yeah, I know, but I read up like, how did he get involved with the band? Because I, kind of thought maybe he was like the Brian Johnson, where Brian Johnson came in at some point after, I can't remember his name now, passed away. The original lead singer of AC/DC. Yeah, yeah, Paul Diano first. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out, like, okay, was that his first? And that it turned out that was his first album. But yeah, they did start in '74. Um, but yeah, um, but yeah, on Spotify they have like a whole list. I know, Mick. Yeah. Well, yeah, he is, but I thought he was. I thought it was a very similar situation to where like the original lead singer for, um, is it Bon Scott? Yeah, Bon Scott. All right. Take care, Sergeant Staff. That's what I thought the situation had been, but when I read about it, it was like, okay, yeah, that all makes sense because it seemed very typical of the bands of that time that uh, somebody's drug addiction or drug and alcohol addiction was creating problems for the band. Uh, so yeah, no, my brother was more into that era, that style of music. I was, because it's interesting. Number of the Beast is 40 years old, and Duran Duran's Rio is also. They both came out the same year, and they're very musical wise. They're very different, obviously very different genres, but it's interesting that they're both 40 years old. Whew, man, it makes me feel old. And read the lyrics, which, yeah, yeah, that's true. That is true, Nick. And for somebody who you like the times that I've seen Bruce Dickinson on Ice Pilots, he does not look like somebody who's the head of a heavy metal band. He just looks like a normal guy, who happens to have a lot of money to be able to fly. He loves aviation. But you think he's just a normal, everyday person, not the front man of one of the most legendary heavy metal bands in the world. And I think that's what people. He's not what people expect, and when they figure out that who he is, you know, I think people are surprised that he's the lead singer for Iron Maiden. Because you expect this mangy haired, linky, like kind of almost like Lemmy. I think when people think of heavy metal, they think of somebody like Lemmy, the wild hair and all that. But Bruce is very much counter to that. He does. It's not what you expect. But no, like Mikey was a bit starstruck, and of course, I think part of it too was it was just it's on TV and they, a lot of people started coming to Buffalo Airways because of the television show, not because they really cared about aviation. Yeah, he very much a very down to earth sort of person. That it's so counter to what you would think a musician, a well-known band, whether it's heavy metal or anything. But I think he's one of those people too that he doesn't seem like he surrounds himself with a lot of yes people. Like a lot of artists do. They only hear yes. They want people to always tell them yes. Where I think he's kind of like, he's very good with it. He doesn't just spend his money frivolously. I don't think. He enjoys his hobbies. Like flying and all that, and he's not just like a below average pilot either. Which I think surprised a lot of people. he actually takes it seriously, and he's, you know, whereas other people would probably kind of go like, so what, you know. But yeah, very down to earth. Um, which I think, you know, again, it runs counter to what people would expect. Yeah, exactly. Well, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, I didn't expect this as part of the livery thing, but when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta fly with the Jaguar. But yeah, really, it's always funny because it's the part where they're trying to get some water bombers out of Turkey back to Wales, and it just so happened that Bruce has a big maintenance hangar that they can use to work on the water bombers because they can't do the work there in Turkey for some reason or another. So, so yeah, they're trying to get the water bombers out of Turkey that they had sold to the Turkish government for forest firefighting, and so yeah, that was the whole. Mikey's trying to connect because he wants to chill with Bruce a little bit and all that, and so you know, yeah. Uh, but yeah, those episodes just they just make me laugh because you know, he's not what they expected, I think. And even I think Joe was surprised how chill Bruce was, you know, and that Bruce was actually a really accomplished pilot. But yeah, I was thinking about that last night. I was going through Spotify and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta remember, remind Mick that 40 years ago was the first full album with Bruce on for Iron Maiden. God, I can't believe it's been that long. Man, where's the time gone? Addie's wasn't even a glint in his dad's eye 40 years ago. Wasn't even thought of back then. So I have to ask Joseph, and then I'm going to leave it alone. What is this new game that you're getting today? I'm asking for a friend. I know. I'm just curious. What's the game or Addie's? Please. How much is it, Joseph? If you don't mind me asking. No, please, Sam. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm going to leave it right there. Anyways, Mick, are you? Well, I yeah, it probably is Mick, but I don't know. Anyway, are you streaming tonight, Mick? And if so, what are you up to tonight? Now that you and Bex have finished the Heavenly Bodies fiasco, what's is anything on the agenda tonight, or do you have to have a board meeting? I do like the look of the game, but I'm not allowed to buy any more games. Yeah, Mick, you're on the short leash right now, my friend. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm trying. I'm really trying. My therapist is going to be angry with me, but I'm really trying not to do this. But Joseph, let me ask you a question. Not too sure yet. I will think during the day. It's not the lack of games. It's which ones shall I do? Okay. So Joseph, a couple days ago, I think it was. Matter of fact, it was Tuesday morning, afternoon for you, when Mick and I and Para were on Mick's farm getting stuff done, right? You said that Farm Sim 22 was on sale, correct? And I think it's round about that same price, is it not? Maybe $32.99, something like that for the base game. So my question is, if you have $34.99 to get Police Sim, why didn't you instead get Farm Sim 22? Because every time we're on there, you're saying, as soon as I get it, I'll help you guys out. You had. That's what I don't quite understand, Joseph. But hey, if you really want a Police Sim and you think you're going to enjoy it, more power to you, brother. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to make sense here, and I know I shouldn't, but anyway. That that's all. I'm gonna leave it alone now. I've got to. I've really got to work. I've got a lot of work to do before the end of the year. I think I should add a little. We're just gonna pretend we have in-air refueling capabilities. That should get us there. Yeah, but that's probably true, Mick. I'm just wondering like if you could get that, why couldn't you swap it? But hey, like I said, uh, it's you do you, Joseph. I'm just trying to understand the mindset. I shouldn't. I need to stop that. Well, hopefully you enjoy your new game, Joseph. Anyways, so tomorrow, Spitfire, Bournemouth. Mick, is there anywhere, departing from Bournemouth, is there anywhere that you want to head to tomorrow for tomorrow's flight over the UK and the Spitfires? Anywhere in particular? I was kind of thinking, I just thought of this now. If we could take off from Bournemouth and head northeast and try to intercept over the go over the Dover Cliffs near there, and then head back inland. I don't know. But you know what we'll do? We'll after we land here, we'll come up with something. Because I know the distance on the Spitfires is like half of that of the P-38. So I was thinking like if we go from Bournemouth out towards the Dover Cliffs, cruise over the Dover Cliffs, and then head back inland somewhere, land somewhere, and then head to Duxford. Okay, let's do that then. Yeah, yeah, we'll have sunny weather just so that we can see the cliffs as we pass by. Yeah, let's do that. Bournemouth to Duxford via the Dover Cliffs. Yeah, I like that idea. That'll work. There we go. No, the other thing too, I was looking at the little tablet, right? And it has, like your takeoff settings and all that. What you should have to get in the air, like I think it's like 45 inches of manifold pressure on takeoff. And then landing, it does have like a suggested, like touchdown speed. So I'm wondering, we'll try to follow that tomorrow, Mick. See how we get on with that, and see if that also alleviates any of the crazy zigzagging off the runway one way or the other. So yeah, we'll give that a shot. We'll use that as our guideline and see how well we get on. But I think Duxford does have long enough runway that if we need to bleed off some of that speed before we set down to try to limit that torque, what would be interesting, Joseph? You just say Would you care to elaborate, Joseph, please, and thank you? Okay. Anyways, all right. Well, we're going to try to make it interesting. We're going to try to make it fun, and pay our respects to our fellow veterans, no matter which country they are from. So yeah, we'll do that, Mick. We'll use those numbers for our guideline as our guideline for the. Well, we've been talking to Fort Worth quite a lot today. I guess they're the. Yeah, this is the longest part of the flight, right here. So yeah, we'll do that, and then Saturday we'll do the flight from Bournemouth over to. As soon as we're done tomorrow, Mick, and of course it's going to be that long waiting time. You get the feel for it again. Well, you know what? If you want to, I've got time. I don't have anything planned, and if you got the time today, you got a little bit of time after this flight. Let's do a quick little flight in the Spitfires. What do you think? If you want, if you're up for it. If not, it's perfectly fine. We can get a Spitfire flight in if you want right now. Shake off the cobwebs today. It's up to you. We'll just leave the sunny weather on, and we'll okay, sounds good. Let's do. So we won't have to change the time. I know where we'll go. I know exactly what we'll do. Yes, sir. We're gonna go from Binghamton to Syracuse in the Spitfire. Should be K. G-N. Nope. BGM, not an M. Numpty. All right, yeah. Get my kicks. I guess sorta. How are you, Ventral Squid? Nice to see you here. Yeah, we're just cruising along. I think this should be Route 66 below us here. I haven't really done my homework like Viper Strike's done on his Route 66 flights. We're on our way to Amarillo, and then we're gonna pop over into the Spitfire. Do a fun little quick flight from Binghamton Edwin A. Link Airport over to Syracuse. Stuck in the trench. Okay, will do, Mick. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just we got about 24 hours until the malarkey begins, as Sergeant Staff called it. Shenanigans. The pending meltdown, because things aren't going to go perfectly. But yeah, doing okay. Just cruising along here. We're about we got 84 nautical miles to Amarillo, and yeah, just cruising along here. Our Jaguar liveried Bonanza. DC Scenery came up with these livery. It's like $5. Oh, well, thank you. Matter of fact, I got a sub out of the next day's flight from Munich to Cebu in the on that flight. Yeah, we got somebody sub yeah, over on the YouTube channel. I've been trying to get people over on YouTube to come over here so that they can be a part of the live stream, because my wife requests we take the holiday there, so we did it. Oh, nice. Yeah, because the thumbs up have kind of dried up there on YouTube, so I'm getting the views, just not a lot of thumbs up. I get one here and there, but yeah, I've been trying to get people to come over here to be a part of the Twitch stream, live stream, so that we can interact more. Because when I premiere stuff over on YouTube, I don't hang out in the chat. Whereas some people seem to think that I am there. It's like, no, I have other wait, you posted something, but it didn't post. I thought I saw something from you, something about a 10. Can you post that again, Vengeful? What I had to refresh my stream page here on my laptop, and I think for whatever it was, it fell out. uh, you got a tan, huh? Yeah. First time for everything, huh? I remember one year I went. I think it might have been the first. I think it was the first time I went to Laguna Seca for a car race. You know, and it was in the morning. It's all foggy and stuff, and so I didn't have a hat on. You know, I was just didn't really think much of it. And then but even through the fog, I got a sunburn on the top of my head. Oh, I was so miserable. Like, I took a shower the next morning and I didn't really think nothing of it, right? Oh, as soon as that water hit my head, oh, it was like I was so miserable for like a week and a half, I think. Just trying to wash my hair in the shower. It was just, oh, good God. Yeah, it was a mess. I miss Laguna Seca though. Yeah, exactly. But after that, that was like the only one time it happened. But then my arms would get a little bit sunburnt. I tried to be cognizant of getting, putting like sunscreen on there to try to minimize the sunburn. But there'd be those times I'd be so excited because it was like, being there at the track and the cars and everything, and it was just like you'd forget, and then all of a sudden later in the day, I'd get in the car, later in the day, probably about 4 or 5 in the evening, or in the afternoon, and I'd look at my arms, and I'm like, this is gonna be miserable for a little while. So what I ended up doing, I found Columbia has these very thin, breathable shirts that have like sunscreen built in, but they're not like so thick that you end up sweating underneath them. So I would wear those, and that worked out really well because I'd always forget about the sunscreen. But those, it has it built in, and they're very comfortable to wear. I always tried to wear, because I would be at, from like 7 in the morning till 4 or 5 in the evening, I'd be at the track, and you know, try to wear stuff. And yeah, exactly. So yeah, I tried to be smarter about whenever I would go to the track, I'd be like, yeah, I got to bring this will work. Because that's when I started finding like REI was a godsend for quite a while. I would go and get it, the Columbia shirts would be on sale, so I'd go get a couple of those, and they're comfortable, they don't hold the heat in, while you're walking around, So yeah, they worked out very well in the long run. Yeah, I always tried to. I learned some lessons early on after I went to the track enough times. I'm like, yeah, I need to bring water with me for at least the first couple hours. I need to have some water to drink, maybe a snack until the concession stands are open and all that. But I always joke, if I could afford it, I would totally have a house right near the track. I really would. Whereas, like the last time I was there in 2008, people had bought houses near there, and then they started fussing about all the traffic. And I always thought, you know, your real estate agent should have explained this to you, that you're going to have pretty much like a racetrack in your backyard, and during certain times of the year there's going to be a boatload of traffic for a weekend, and just you're just going to have to muscle through it, because it does bring, like the first year that they brought MotoGP to the track, it was huge. Like when they announced it and the tickets were on sale, they were sold out like within an hour or two. Like you could not get tickets. If you weren't on that website trying to get tickets right away, good, you're out of luck. All the camping spots were sold out. Everything, like it was a lot of money. Oh, nice. VIR is a nice track. I'd like to visit there one time and see a race there in person. As I imagine, it's somewhat similar to Laguna Seca. There's not many bad spots you can watch the race from at VIR. From what I've seen on TV, it looks like a really great spectator track. But yeah, they yeah, people were fussing about it. It's like, how did you not know? Yeah, yeah, I was starting like, well, the years I went to Laguna Seca, um, the I what my buddy and I would do is we always get a 3-day pass. So, and then for a while, especially for the historic races, I think Thursdays you could kind of go and hang out for free, because that was like an extra practice day and whatnot. But you could kind of come and hang out at the track if you wanted. So we would always we'd always do that when they offered it eventually, that we would go on Thursdays, because what we found out though was, so say somebody brought a car but they'd never raced at Laguna Seca before, so Thursdays they would do their kind of learn the track runs. But they weren't. It wasn't like flat out. They would be behind like a pace car of some kind, right? And so they would just be learning the track. But for whatever reason, even if they weren't going flat out, they would basically go. They would something would still break on the car, so that would be the only day you got to see something that you've been wanting to see on track for quite some time. But the rest of the weekend they wouldn't run. They didn't either have the parts, or they couldn't get to grips with the track itself, with the especially the corkscrew, getting into the corkscrew and through it and down the hill, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so they would withdraw, and so yeah, when we would be taking pictures of the cars, you just never knew. Whoever arrived on Thursday or Friday was not guaranteed to race on Saturday or Sunday in their respective classes. They have it broken down into different class races and all that. So they have like, both days have like very early racing cars, like the 20s and 30s. So like on that one you would have like a lot of Bugattis and early Alfa Romeos, stuff like that. And then it would advance further along into historic F1, and that was usually up into the late 70s, I think, maybe very early 80s. But you had a very wide range of Formula One cars. I think they had two. It got to the point they would have two different Formula One groups, they would have like the early ones with when the engines were still up front. So you had like some of the early Ferraris, um, and then you would have Coopers and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. See that uh, that's the kind of place I'd like to live near. Is where, if you go there. Now, somebody I follow over on YouTube, 19 Bozy 98 or something like that. He goes to a lot of open track days at Monza. So like when the cars for the European Le Mans Series or the World Endurance Championship are testing there, he goes. Oh, his videos are phenomenal. And then he also does historic events, and every so often he'll ask the owner of the car if they can put a GoPro in there and film inside, and so he'll do like the start up, and then the car leaves the pits or the garages, and then so he'll swap between the two, where he'll be a trackside view of the car going through very fast, and then he'll do some onboard stuff as well, and that's the really cool stuff. But he goes to a lot of the he does hill climb events, I think, just all kinds of stuff. But mainly, I think he goes to Monza and when they have open track days for testing, and he'll do one. He'll release a video. It'll be this particular car, but also if you want to see an overall general, everything, he has videos for that as well. But he does try to focus on anything that's new, like if Porsche's testing something, or Ferrari, or Lamborghini, or who else? Any of the European Le Mans Series car teams are there testing their LMP2 cars, essentially. Yeah, so he does. Yeah, very. Matter of fact, I'll post a link to this. Yes, he did a video recently. I forget what it was, but I know he posted something recently. 19 Bozzy 92. That's it. Yeah, here it is. 2 days ago, Porsche 911 Carrera 3.0 RSR. He also does Goodwood. He's been known to go to Goodwood. Does a lot of videos there. He partners with a couple other folks, I think, and does that's his main YouTube page there. He partners with a couple other video folks. They've developed a really good relationship, so they're kind of spread out. Like if they go to Goodwood, it's they're spread out along the track. When they do the run up the hill, and so one will be at the start, and then someone will be somewhere in the middle, and then somebody will be up towards the finish line. And so they put all that video together, and yeah, really professional looking stuff. Sounds are amazing, like his equipment. It's not like he has like super high end expensive equipment for his for all that. He just has like very very good stuff overall, I think. But yeah, if you like cars and stuff like that, especially racing, he's definitely a channel to follow. But it's not just all historic stuff. He does have like newer cars as well. I'm sure he'll be one of the ones that, as soon as Ferrari goes back to Monza and starts testing their hypercar, that he'll have more footage of that as they test. Yeah, really cool stuff. And if you post a comment in his comment, he's usually pretty responsive. either he'll leave a heart for your comment, or he'll interact with you, kind of thing too. But yeah, really really cool stuff. But yeah, I think he goes to Imola, he goes to Monza, I think he goes to Paul Ricard every so often. Goodwood. I don't know if he's done stuff at Le Mans, but yeah, I don't mind telling people about his channel. He's got some really good stuff. All right, we're almost there. I think I overdid it with the fuel. That's all right. Yeah, I always like telling people about him. And it's great because there's cars that he'll show that I've seen here in America, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this car. You know, like the Saline S7 race car. It had the same livery that I saw here at race of the American Le Mans series. Yeah, most everything. If you're a car nut, he's got videos of those cars, either at like a historic event or something else. So yeah, he does do a lot of like, he'll get into the garage area, and while the mechanics have like the back of the car off, he'll go around and he'll zoom in on the engine. And so like if you're if you build model cars and you're looking for references of where all the stuff connects and all that, like if you're that in depth into it, he'll zoom in and go everything, and then he'll do like the startups when the mechanics are wagging the engine to warm it up and all that. And then if they're like the flames are shooting out the exhaust pipe, he'll show all that as well. So yeah, good stuff. But he does. It seems like he posts a lot of stuff on Mondays if he's got something new to put out. He'll post a video on a Monday, and then everybody's like, "Man, that's the way I like to have Monday start," you know. So, all right, we got 29, almost 28 nautical miles. Get to our destination there, and we'll hop over into the Spitfire, do a run from Binghamton up to Syracuse. That shouldn't take very long to do. And then, matter of fact, while we're doing this, let's put my hours in here on FS Hub. G36. Seams. Okay. Just need to put the times in then, and then we'll get that submitted. And we'll do our Spitfire. I'm really happy now with FS Hub. So So all these flights, like the flight we did the other day, Mick, from Jackson Hole to Denver, like I get XP now for that. Even if it's not a company route, I get some XP, so that helps out the virtual airline. I like that. But it seems like we're at 4,700 feet, and it seems like we're still pretty low. It's flat land gives you a different. The B2. No, nothing new in the store yet. No, it won't be until. I don't see anything until about 8 o'clock East Coast time. Uh, that's roughly. See, it's weird because it used to be like I would see the weekly roadmap update at about 4:30 or 5 in the evening East Coast time. Now it's like they don't release it till 5:30 West Coast, which means 8:30 for me, and then by 9ish 9:30 is when the actual marketplace update takes place. And then so yeah, nothing I'm not expecting a whole lot tonight. Matter of fact, if I'm going to hazard a guess here. I'm thinking that they're not going to do a marketplace. Yeah, it is like and it's like they drag it out. It's like you're looking, okay, 8 o'clock. I'm refreshing the Microsoft the forums and the news, refreshing 8:15, 8:30, 8:45. Okay, finally it's there. And then it's like, okay, is there anything worthwhile? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, there's a couple updates to things that I already own. Cool, but yeah, it's just they drag it out. They milk every last flipping minute out of it before, and it's all they're on their way out the door. Bam, they hit the button. So, yeah, which. For folks in the UK, that means it's like 1 or 2 in the morning when that stuff gets released. Well, no, it's 8. Yeah, 8 plus 1 or 2 in the morning, their time that they get all that. So they don't see it until they get up later that morning. But yeah, it's it used to be earlier in like they would release it 4:30 or no, like 5 or 6. East Coast time, and then you would still have a couple hours to wait for the actual, but you knew what you were getting. Now they wait till they're on their way out the door for the day, and then they hit the button, and then calamity ensues, and like people are angry about this or that or the other, and but they're just like, oh well, we're already on our way home, bye. They'll deal with it the next day if it's something they can deal with. But yeah, no, I'm not expecting. I'm almost certain they're going to say no update tonight. Everything will be released on Friday. I think that's what they'll do. But who knows? I could be surprised. They could make me a liar today. But yeah, I'm not expecting. Not expecting much tonight.
Amarillo Tower Beechcraft November 311 Alcohol is 15 miles east of 4,700 feet with a key to land.
All right.
Take straight in runways 22 Beechcraft 1 Alcohol.
A lot of all these wind farms here. All right, we're still. All right, so as soon as we get okay, there's our line there. So we'll pass. Just been sinking on warships and building in Planet Coaster on this. Oh. I've seen Coaster Planet. Or Planet Coaster, whichever. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty interesting concept, I think. Alright, I think we can go ahead. Set that. That. Yeah, we won't do the Passover and all that. We're just gonna head towards there. Ready to put this thing on the ground. We'll do a quick flight meet. Spitfire. So sit tight, everybody. We got one more, kind of unplanned, but that's okay. We got the time. Somebody's got the beer. Miller beer. Oh, I've seen the show, but I don't think I've seen that whole area. But I've only watched bits and pieces of Bob's Burgers. But all right, let's get this plane on the ground here. Ooh. Yeah, see, I've been half tempted to get Minecraft and then redo the entire, well, not the entire, but from the ferry building there in San Francisco all the way down to the last crazy one I did was the castle from Resident Evil, the village, the project. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, for, the ferry building all the way down to where Ghirardelli Square is, which would include the aquatic park and all that. But that's I don't know if I have the patience for that. Well, I think I do. It's just that I don't think that the viewers would have the patience for it. Well, why don't you put this in, and how come you don't have... yeah. I'm thinking about it. It's like, I know I could do it, I know I'd probably enjoy it, but it's just like... I think when you're building something like that, people tend to forget, and so they think that they can interact, or make suggestions, and it's like that's not what this is about. I already have a plan. But yeah, I don't know, like, I'm trying to figure out how the design, how it's supposed to look, like the architecture of Minecraft. What, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I'm trying to say this. But anyway. Yeah, like trying to get like the dimensions of a building so that I know basically where to start from. That's the tricky part. 'Cause, like, I have a ton of ideas in my head of stuff I'd like to build, but yeah, it's not always. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll do it, but yeah, that's is trying to figure out the creative solutions. Because I like to do all that. I like to do a Minecraft version of where I was stationed at in Germany. Not like the whole town, but like where the barracks and all that, like the little base, basically, that I was stationed at. But all that's gone, so and I can. Toby? Who's Toby? Who are you talking about, Joseph? Who's Toby? Addie's. I'm like, who? Is there somebody named Toby in the chat that I'm not aware of? Well, see, like, Mick has like he has like okay, so like the electronics store, right? He knows he wants an electronics store, but he doesn't have like an idea for design. That's Mick's thing for his. Whereas if I'm doing the waterfront of San Francisco, I already know the design. It's implementing the design is the thing. If I'm going to do Wharton Barracks in Germany, to mirror it, kind of like what I saw, the design's already there, at least in my mind, in photographs that I have. But I don't have. I wouldn't need the design input. It's just more of the, like some of the building dimensions. That's what I would need. How do you get Toby out of? Okay, Addies. I'm not buying that for $1, but okay, if you say so. Over the runway here. I'm still. There we are. All right, we're down. I guess. I mean, I've been called all kinds of names recently, and so we joke around and say, "Oh, that's your new weekend name." All right, let's get this thing parked. Amarillo by morning. Well, there we are. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to Amarillo, Texas. Local time is 7:55 in the morning. We understand and appreciate the fact that Addie seems to think my name is Toby today. Joseph. What are you like, young man? Blame the phone. Joseph. It wasn't too bad. Kind of made up for yesterday's wonky landing in the A319 there in Denver. Now the real challenge comes. Can we land the Spitfire out, causing chaos in Syracuse? That's going to be a challenge. So once I park, I'm gonna run to the little captain's room. Be set to go. We'll still be back tomorrow, though. We'll be back in the Spitfire tomorrow after we conclude today's little test flight in the Spitfire. We'll be back tomorrow, 7:10 Eastern, 12:10 UTC/UK, and we're gonna go from Bournemouth over to the Dover Cliffs, the Cliffs of Dover, and then up to Duxford. Put it on the ground for Veterans/Remembrance Day tomorrow. If you're going to be in the chat, please be respectful. No snide comments towards veterans or other service members or anything like that. It will not be tolerated. You'll be given a warning. You'll be timed out, and if you persist, you will be removed permanently from the channel. So. Been through Amarillo a couple times, not flying, but have driven through Amarillo twice. 2, 3 times, I think? Yeah, at least 2 times that I can remember. Alright, so we'll do almost to our parking spot here, I think. Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a land. I'll take it. Well, we did seem like we went down the runway quite a long time before we set down. That's alright. We did alright. Yeah. We'll escort you to the dodgy McDonald's where you're gonna have a Happy Meal with Joseph. There you go. That sounds better than the brig, right? Get to have a Happy Meal with Joseph there at the dodgy McDonald's. Yeah. Joseph. That is very subjective, the word good, the phrase good boy. I don't know. There might be video proof of other that might go against your narrative there. I'll use you using the Bex's least favorite naughty word numerous times in your streams to nullify the "I'm a good boy" narrative. What is this? Little bus stop for the aircraft? I guess if you had to turn around and go back the other way, that's your safe way to turn around. Alright, almost there, Mick. I'll be ready here in just a minute. Time's in for this leg of the flight, and then we'll... Yeah, this worked out rather well. I don't think we've flown this in some time. So yeah, this worked out really nicely. Oh, come on. I didn't hit the brakes that hard. This thing does not want to steer now all of a sudden. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get that done. Let's see. Somebody... Alright. Let me put my time in here real quick, and then we'll get going. 215, 13, 39. Submit. All right, there's that. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Give me just a second, Mick. Or let me. Let me do this real fast, and then we'll. We're just gonna do it like this. I'm going to start up right here at parking 10. Wait, that shouldn't be the case. Live. Everything live. We'll change the weather there. What now? Good God Almighty. Here, this is what I'll do. There. All right. And then we're going to Syracuse. Right there. We'll come in on... Oh, let's see what the preferred runway is for Syracuse. Arrive. Yeah, it won't take us very long to get there. All right. So that's what we're gonna do, Mick. Why is this not wanting to work with me? Okay. Jeez. Yeah, we won't put anything else in. So let me do no. Let me refresh the stream here real quick. Okay, give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right. So let's see. We will depart from runway 16. All right. Now, if I change the weather to sunny skies, let's see what happens now. Or clear. So, okay, we're going to go to runway 34. Perfect. All right. So 34 to 15. Okay. There we go. All right, we're going to go right to there. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. Let's see, is Mick. Let's invite him to the group. And we will get into our parking spot. Boy, this thing is still... I don't get why it's so behind. Just refreshed it. Anyway, all right. All right, I'm here. So 3-4, we're gonna taxi out. 3-4 is like over there somewhere. Excuse me. Let's get over stuff on here. that. Wow, first try we got it started. I like it. There's Mick. Mick's got his started on the first try. I like it. Alright, so let's look at our handy dandy. Waiting for Addies to warm up. Okay, so check this out, right? Takeoff. Right? We want now it's saying to so we'll have neutral elevator trim, but it's the it says we want a little bit of right bias on the rudder for takeoff, which is starboard. So that's like this way. So we'll dial in 1.1 on that for the rudder bias. But, well, let's not do that just yet. That might be a little bit premature. Oops. We're going to want some right rudder bias. And then we'll put in some altitude here. Let's put that away for just a moment. Let's march to it. We're going to go over this way, Mick. Nope. Leaving Mick behind here. Mick, are you all set? Alright. There he goes. He's moving now. Bail out, bail out. Alright, 006 is our heading. In the air. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking the manifold pressure for the Hellcat. 45 inches of manifold. Alright, real quick, right? Let's do this. Let's pull this back up. Alright, so for takeoff, we've got all of our throttle advance 6 plus 12 max. See, okay, so if that's the case, right? If we have that, what is 6 plus 12? 6, like... So that's one of those things that they don't talk, they don't really say. Alright, well, you know what we can do? Let's do our rudder bias. One to the right. And let's look at our speed. So takeoff, we want to hit spot is 96. Rotated 87 knots. Okay. Alright. I think we're set. Vic, you ready to go? Vic's ready to go, I think. Alright, let's go. Boy, this thing is still coming. Look at that. up. Ooh, boy. Alright, I'm gonna have to dial that out here real quick. Oof. Boy, this thing does not want to cooperate today. Alright, there we go. Where's Nick? Nick, where are you? I don't see you. You're... Oh, no! Ah! Alright. Doggone it. This, yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't be either. Dang. After we had such a good flight yesterday. I guess yesterday it was my turn, today it was your turn. Although my game didn't crash, just the plane stopped, didn't work. Are you going to try to restart it? I can circle back around. If you want. If you're going to try to restart your sim, I can go back to Binghamton. You want to not chance it. I think we'll be fine for tomorrow, but it's up to you. Want to restart? I'll wait. Yeah, it is. It's a very... Yeah, it's not an easy plane to figure out, that's for sure. Well, I think I only have... Yeah, it's still saying time to home. I didn't follow my plan very well, but it can't be that... I can't be far from... Yeah. not very far to get to Syracuse. And turn the game. Oh. Man, I don't quite. That doesn't make any. Like, I'm not. That makes no sense why it would do that. Shit. See them do that. Yeah, it's one of those that you gotta kind of get it settled very quickly to get it to dang. Well, I mean, do you wanna give it another try? Usual, yeah, I know. That's weird because it everything was fine yesterday. So I don't know why today all of a sudden it kind of does its own thing. I don't know, but what do you want to give it another go, or do you want to just go like, well, see how we get on tomorrow? Okay. All right. Here's what I'll do then. I'm going to head back. Got more than enough fuel. Okay. I'll just circle around a bit here and then we'll head away from Syracuse until you're in the air. Okay. Once I see you in the air, Mick, we'll go from there. Let's look at her. Once you're in Mick, we'll get this sorted out. Hey, Spider Steve, how are you? All right, there's Mick. All right. All right, I'm heading back towards you, Mick, and then once you're in the air, we'll... Hold on a second. Let me invite you back to the group. Yep, exactly, Spider Steve. All right, I see you, Mick. Once you're in the air, I'll circle and head back towards Syracuse there real quick. Oh, I think your game crashed again. I just saw you disappear. Don't tell me it crashed again, Nick. Oh, I know this area. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, I know, huh? Oh, Mick, don't tell me your game crashed again. Oh, flip. No. Alright, well, I don't know why I'm doing that. That's strange. Alright, well, I guess I'll guess what I can do at least is give you or try to, you know, all right, let's see if I can land this thing. in Syracuse. Or am I gonna dump it? See if I I don't understand why. We had a great flight in the Airbuses yesterday. Like what changed between then and now? Like why wouldn't it? I don't get it. I don't even know if I can land this thing correctly. Alright, we're gonna give it a shot. Because I know I need to practice, because taking off was a bit atrocious. I think my landing isn't going to be too much better. If that's there, that means... guess I can give it a try, but yeah, I don't understand. I mean, what would have changed between yesterday and today where you cannot get We're both in the same plane. I saw you on the ground. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I don't quite understand it. We had no issues yesterday, but now all of a sudden today, you know, you can't get off the ground without the game crashing. Yeah, I was trying to get a bit of time in with my friend Mick, and I are doing a flight tomorrow in the Spitfires, and we were going to do a little bit of a practice flight today. But his game keeps crashing. Like he gets ready to depart, and suddenly his game crashes. So I don't know why. He flew with me yesterday. So I don't know why it's doing that. Well, yeah, but why would it affect the game today? It's nothing. That's the perplexing part. Why would it affect his game today? You know, that's the strange part. It's one of those issues with the sim that doesn't. So, well, see, yeah, you're right, because sometimes it affects people on the Xbox. It affects people on the PC side. It's like it's so hit and miss that it blows your mind. Like, if it was happening to everybody, then they could say, yeah, this is the problem. But because it's so hit and miss, even if he went on Zendesk and filed a trouble ticket, they'd say, well, we can't replicate it. You know, that's the crazy part in all this. They because they can't replicate it, it's just one of those weird things about the... No, it's not the plane, Joseph. It's not the plane. It's just... It's the way the sim is sometimes, that when an update's getting ready to happen, for whatever reasons, some people, whether they're on the Xbox or on the PC, some people get affected. Yeah, it's random. Exactly. Mick hit the nail on the head. And we can sit here and pull whatever hair we have left out, trying to understand why it happens, but it's because it's so random. You know, like yesterday, that issue that happened in the A319, all of a sudden all my stuff turns off. I reload the flight, everything works fine, except for that approach not being lined up correctly. So there's all these things that happen, especially before an update, or even I've had issues, and I'm like, well, it's beta test time, even though I'm not in the. Yeah, in partaking in the beta test, I swear up and down, something about that beta test affects. Well, you're right, Joseph, but there's things that happen in the sim sometimes that there's nothing that can be done about it. You can complain and all these other things. It's just one of those things. Yeah, you know, that's part of the mystery of the sim. Sometimes everything works. Yeah, sometimes nobody's affected, and then other times, bam, out of the blue, you're affected. It's so random. You just never know when it's going to be your turn to be affected. So you're right, it shouldn't happen, but it does. That's the unfortunate part. So, you know, and there's going to be yeah, should be like, I agree with you. I was like looking forward to a little bit of Spitfire practice with you, Mick. You know, figuring how everything went yesterday. Why not today? You know. But yeah, it's one of those mysteries. I mean, I could get those gold-plated tweezers and pull every little hair out and try to tell the American planes. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mick. That sucks, because I was hoping, we get a little extra time in on the Spitfires and have some fun from the cowboy hats and boots. No, I don't think the universe is telling you anything, Mick. That it's just one of those frustrating things that happens that we never know when it's gonna. It's like the Sim's haunted, and you never know when you're gonna uncover the haunted Sim. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but we'll hopefully everything will be better. We'll try again tomorrow, and yeah, but we'll give it a go tomorrow over the UK, and maybe that's maybe then they'll say, oh, you're flying the Spitfire in the UK. Okay, we'll give you a pass this time, and it'll be my turn. My sim will crash. They'll be like, oh, the Yanks trying to fly a Brit plane. No, we can't have that. Kick them out. We can't have the Yank in the Spitfire. That's just not allowed. But yeah, hopefully we'll get our flight in tomorrow. Or at least we'll have fun trying, one way or the other. Maybe we should just take off from Bournemouth and head straight for Dover and go over the cliffs and go right into the channel and leave it at that. We'll just climb straight up and nosedive right into the water. Oh man. No, I don't. I'm not on the PC, so I don't have the Corsair. I wish I did. No, I've got the P-38 and the Hellcat, or the other two warbirds that I have, like vintage fighter planes. I wish I did. Oh man, I cannot wait to get my hands on that. Syracuse approach. You contact Syracuse approach. How about that? let's do this. Let's go back over to the tablet. Yeah, I love the P38. Do quite fancy that. All right, so let's go to our approach checklist. Full forward, gear down at 139 knots. Cannot be open at 139 knots. Carb air filter fully forward. The fuel booster pump, I think, has been on the entire time. Flaps down below, I think that's like 120 knots. Approach, touchdown. So approach at well, it's even got your speed for your so we're just below the cruising speed. All right, let's see here. Okay, Addies, it's nothing to do with the servers. I don't know any other way to put this to you, young man. Whatever's happening, there's no... Part of the problem is, if, like I said before, if Mick files a complaint about what happened, right? Because they cannot replicate what happened for him specifically, then it's just one of those gremlins in the system. And it can affect anybody at any given time. That's why I was kind of half joking. Tomorrow, Mick will get into the Spitfire, there'll be no issues. I'll be the one with the issues, possibly. Or, neither one of us might have issues. We don't know until we try it tomorrow. It's so yeah, it's not I don't know that if it's the servers though. It's something else. It's just one of those weird. I don't know that. I mean, I could try. I don't know that. So I'm on Southeast Asia. So if that was the case, if it was a server problem, right? Because we're on a multiplayer server. If that was the case, yeah. Then it would have affected me also. That's the thing that I'm trying to. Okay, there's we're at Syracuse now. All right, let's we need to start descending here because there's my approach. There's my landing right there. All right, let's tell them. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off our stuff here. this thing just wanted to turn all on its own. Look at that. I know I dialed out that. Wow, look at that. It just, now I've got the same issue. Now, like mine, I can't even, I just turned everything off and it just nosed right over and turned to the right. That is insane. I know this plane is a bit weird, but it has got a huge turn to the right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, maybe Sergeant Staff can help you out, Mick. I don't know. He's on the PC side. Let me try to land this thing. Yeah, something happened. Like mine just wants to go nose over and go right towards the ground and turn right at the same time. That's kind of odd. That's, well, I've not flown this plane in quite a while either. There's maybe other characteristics that were introduced that I don't know. That up. Yeah, you did. So, yeah, there's like all these little weird things happening in the sim before the update's released. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that if I refly that flight yesterday into Denver, I don't know, like, would my ILS approach actually work like it's supposed to? Because we were way offline. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to come in a little bit flat, so hopefully I dump off some speed before I set the tires down. But yeah, I am. I think I'm okay though. I think we got room. What the heck? I mean, if I land in somewhere here in Syracuse, that's okay. It's very hard for like my left thumb is already going to sleep, trying to hold the stick steady. But I think we'll be fine for tomorrow, Nick. I think it's just one of those days that the Sim's got its own agenda with you and other places. I don't know. Ah, boy, we were a little bit off the line there. Ooh, wow, look at that. Ah. Boy, that just went right to the left there. Goodness gracious. Why couldn't it just like stay on the runway? Well, we made it, barely. Did better than that Joseph on his game that was. Just drop off a cappuccino and she heard me shout at the machine. Yeah. I don't know where the tail wheel lock is in here. Like, I've never found one that says for it. Yeah, I don't know where, if there is one even. I know like on the Hellcat there is, but I've never seen one here on this. I've never seen one. Boy, that was not quite the adventure, wasn't it? Oh well, I think I'm I'm like Joseph, all tuckered out. I've not seen one. Not to say that there isn't. I'm sure there is in real life. They probably have one. Oh, look at my my stuff went dark. Look at that. Look at, see? Now I've got the gremlin. My little nav computer completely freaking went. Batteries are still on and everything. So, see, now it's stuttering on the ground. Yeah, what a day, Joseph. Joseph's gonna have to take a nap for whatever Mick's gonna get up to later on today. Yeah, I thought I bled off enough speed before the, well, I was trying to kind of just stay over the runway. The whatchamacallit, I need to take a nap too. Yeah, I need to eat. I had maybe because I was up since yesterday. Yeah, that could be it. Well, yeah, don't sulk, Mick. It's just one of those things that happens. We don't know why or how. But I mean, look at I land, and then my little nav computer on this thing shut off. So. All right, let's try. Let me put this in real quick. Oh, I need. Well, that's all right. I don't need to put a. Yeah. Yeah, we did. Not after that wonderful landing there in Amarillo, right? We have a little bit of a numpty landing there on the Spitfire here in Syracuse. I'm not even going to put those 38 minutes in on FS Sub. It's fine. I'm not even going to bother with it. Anyway, that will do it for today, folks. We'll be back 7:10 Eastern, 12:10 UTC. Hopefully, Mick and I will get a flight in tomorrow in the Spitfires. We're going to depart from. Let's have a look here in the worldwide leader of maps. We're going to take off from cross Atlantic here. There we go. We're going to depart from Bournemouth. I'm just going to put this in. I'm going to give you a quick preview, right? Let's say we're going to take off from runway 26. And then we're going to skedaddle over to, where are the Dover Cliffs? No, I think they're right. Oh, the Cliffs of Dover. There we go. We're going to go there, and then we're going to head for Duxford, which is right. Where is Duxford? I know it's here somewhere. Duxford, where are you? Where's Duxford near, Mick? If you're still here. Oh, look, there's Strood, Chatham, Gillingham. However you pronounce it. We know that stuff from Train Sim World 2 and 3, huh? Look at that. It's near Great Britain. Well, that really narrows it down, Sergeant Staff. I know we've landed and taken off from there before, Mick. I want to say it's up over this way. South of Cambridge. Okay. Cambridge is right. There it is. So Duxford is. Is that it? That's Cambridge Airport. Duxford is right. There it is, right there. EGSU. So let's just say we're gonna land on this one. We're gonna try to at least arrive, and then, but we're gonna go over Cliffs of Dover. Add. Ask for a nugget of info about the. I told him it's sank. Well, I mean, it's true. You didn't lie. You didn't give him any bad info. You were honest. Like, yeah, it sank. There you go. Okay, apparently it won't allow me to add it. I don't know why, but anyway, That's where we're gonna head. Well, I guess the closest I could put would be. Is there an airport near here? There we go. We can add that for right now. That's kind of the gist of our plan for tomorrow. But we're gonna go over to the. He knew what to expect. He is probably like, really, Sergeant Staff. That's all you could tell me is it sank. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Hopefully we don't have any issues. Yeah, I'm glad we had a laugh there towards the end. It's all good. Addie's can have a chuckle. He can have a little giggle, and yeah, that's what I get for opening the door. Exactly. There you go. Addie's can. It's getting a little tender in here now. It's getting a little too tender for Joseph. He's gonna have to go get the box of tissue now. They're laughing. Oh, anyways, all right. Well, that will do it for today. We will be back tomorrow. Fingers crossed that the gremlins can take a break tomorrow. We can have a nice little Veterans Day / Remembrance Day flight, and yeah, we'll be normal time. Be happy to have you along, Sergeant Staff, if you can watch or whichever. Yeah. So, bye, Joseph. You're welcome. Glad you enjoyed. Were you entertained, Joseph? That's the key question right now. Were you entertained now, Joseph? Were you suitably entertained to get you through until Mick streams at some point later today, possibly? Anyway, do enjoy the rest of your Thursday, morning, afternoon, evening, early Friday. Could be. Somewhere in the world right now, it's already Friday morning. You never know. Check it out. Check out those time zones. You never know. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot. Yep, that was the idea. Okay. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until tomorrow, peace, live long and prosper.